Hello everybody, welcome to the Raw Life Health Show. I wanted to give you all an update. I've been eating a raw vegan diet now almost 30 years and loving it, doing amazing. But it's quite interesting what happened recently. I want to talk to you how we could fall into these traps and why not everyone's thriving on a raw vegan diet the way they could be or should be. So when I first went on a raw vegan diet, I was eating a lot of raw food recipes, including raw dehydrated foods. And it was an improvement from what I was doing with the standard American foods, but it wasn't as good as it can be. And I got to a point where I got to a great level where I was eating mostly mono meals. I wasn't eating any recipes, and I felt fine. I would eat not even a salad. I would just eat greens right out of my hand, and I would eat fruit just the way it was. And I would do some juicing. Well, a couple of years ago, maybe 3 years ago or so, I did a fast, a 30-day fast. It was my first 30-day fast. I've done fast prior to that, but that was my first 30-day fast. And while I was fasting, I was thinking about the old recipes that I used to eat quite often and all the time. And I told myself when I come off that fast, I'm going to start making some more raw recipes, and I did. And as I was making those, I started to enjoy them. And then I met my wife and I got married, and she started making the raw recipes and making me dehydrated foods in those recipes that were absolutely amazing. And dehydrated foods would be okay sometimes, but it got to a point where I found myself just about every day eating some amazing raw food recipe. And often they were dehydrated. And I started to notice a difference, subtle difference. My weight typically was less, and I started to put on a little bit of weight, but I still felt amazing. But recently, whenever somebody would get a cold in my house, I usually wouldn't get sick. But recently, there's a virus going around now, or a flu going around now, and I ended up catching it. And I called up Dr. Fred Bishop, who's been eating a raw vegan diet for many years. He says, something's wrong here. You should not be catching this contagion like everyone else has. Something's not adding up. And he asked, are you overeating? I said, I don't think I'm overeating. He said, well, what are you eating more dehydrated foods or recipes? Yes, I am. Well, I haven't eaten dehydrated food since then. That was a couple of weeks ago. And I think I was overdoing the dehydrated foods. And it's just to show you and to be honest with you here in this video how you can do a raw vegan diet and still overdo it. Now, when I first started eating raw foods years ago, those recipes and dehydrated food, they were okay then because I was coming from a place that was less healthier. But then when I reached a certain peak of health, it's kind of on the downside now, going down if I'm eating less things on a consistent basis that aren't as healthy. So I'm not going to completely give up dehydrated food, but I'm going to significantly reduce the amount of dehydrated food I eat. And I'm going to continue to make sure that the recipes I do eat are the best properly combined as possible. And I have not been overeating for the most part. Every now and then I might overeat on a few nuts, that more than I should have. But besides that, I've been doing pretty good with that. And I like where I'm at. I just got that little lesson, a reminder in there. And I'm feeling much better and excited about that I know how to do this because I've done it for so long. And that's why I try to help you do this as well. And you can look at all my other videos and see the way I made my transition over the years and how I continue to this day, continue to make that transition to the healthiest diet possible for me and also for your situation as well. So put your comments or questions below and check out all the other videos on my member site, rawlifehealthshow.com. And until then, everybody, have a great day and a great world life.
Nature's wealth, good for your health. This is the Raw Life Health Show. Raw Life, brighten up your life.